We just got a new trailer for The Secrets of Dumbledore, which I made a full trailer breakdown on. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's linked below, or you can click in the top right corner. But anyway, there was one part of the trailer that I thought deserved its own video, and that is the shots at Hogwarts. There are 3 shots to look at, starting with the Gryffindor Quidditch player flying over the courtyard, probably the clearest shot we have. Then we have a shot of the golden snitch flying over Hogwarts, and after that, we have a shot of a Gryffindor and Slytherin player flying over the Great Lake, most likely chasing after the snitch we saw before. And if you look really closely at this shot, there is a Gryffindor and Slytherin match going on at the Quidditch pitch as the stands are red and green. It looks like the snitch went rogue and left the Quidditch pitch, though it's not technically supposed to do that as most snitches are bewitched to stay in the boundaries. But McGonagall wasn't supposed to be born during the events of these movies, but here she is broad as day, so it wouldn't be the first thing they messed up. But anyway, I think these Hogwarts shots are flashbacks to Dumbledore's time at Hogwarts, meaning it would be between 1892 and 1899, and I think that Dumbledore himself is the Gryffindor Quidditch player. We know he was a Gryffindor, we know he likes Quidditch, as Puddlemere United was his favorite professional team, and we know he's athletic, as the day he literally died while having a mangled and blackened hand that was slowly killing him, he was able to swim through the ocean to the cave. And with the sudden agility of a much younger man, Dumbledore slid from the boulder, landed in the sea, and began to swim with a perfect breaststroke. So with those 3 things in mind, things do align. Also, the Super Carlin brothers, another Harry Potter YouTube channel, made a whole video about how the youngest Seeker before Harry was Dumbledore himself.
You must be the youngest Quidditch player in a century, according to McGonagall.
Which would add up because Dumbledore started at Hogwarts almost exactly a century before Harry, as he started in 1892 and Harry started in 1991. They've made it very clear that this movie is all about Dumbledore. The title is literally named after him. In a promo, Jude Law said we were going to find out new things about the character, even saying his backstory would be revealed in this movie.
I'm thrilled to say that some of the backstory that helped shape the legendary wizard that we came to love in Harry Potter will be revealed in this film.
So one of those things could be that he was a Seeker during his time at Hogwarts. Because this movie is going to be so focused on him, they could go down the same route they did in the last movie for Lita Lestrange. They had whole sections of the movie dedicated to her flashbacks at Hogwarts, so it's quite possible they could do this again for Dumbledore. After all, Jude Law said we would find out more about his backstory, which could just be the Fantastic Beasts films themselves as their prequels, but it could also mean they go back even further like they did for Lita. But the thing that really makes me think this is the case is the snitch. We have an entire shot dedicated to just this tiny ball, which makes me think it has some real value to the plot. Then in another shot, we see the modern day, well, Fantastic Beasts modern day Dumbledore carrying around a snitch during the events of this film. I think these 2 are the same snitch. If you remember correctly, golden snitches have flesh memories, meaning they remember the touch of the first person who handled it. This way they would be able to tell who won if it was a close call. The snitch would just tell them. Before it was released, everyone including the maker of the snitch had to wear gloves when touching it as not to set off the flesh memory. But the flesh memory has another use besides just telling who won. As we saw in the Deathly Hallows, Harry was able to unlock what Dumbledore had done to the first snitch he ever caught, which then revealed a message and later the Resurrection Stone. So this flashback might show when Dumbledore caught the snitch, meaning the flesh memory was sensitive to his touch, and this would later play into the current plot as he could hide something in there that only he could open. He's clearly wearing gloves in this shot, which was probably on purpose as not to open it accidentally and reveal what's inside. This is all quite possible, as it would obviously not be the first time we saw him do something like this. So what would Dumbledore hide in the snitch? Well, there could be any number of things. The first thing that comes to mind is the blood pact he and Grindelwald made, which Dumbledore got at the end of the last movie. Or it could be something that finds a loophole in the blood pact, which is why he and Grindelwald were able to fight as we saw in the trailer. As I said in my trailer breakdown, this sort of mirror dimension we saw a lot of in the trailer could be that loophole, and maybe he's hiding something in the snitch that sends them into this dimension. Another thought I had was it maybe being something he could show Credence, which would prove Credence was not a Dumbledore as Grindelwald had told him. But whatever it is, we all know it will be some ingenious plan from the future headmaster. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram to see more of my personal life, like my cute dog Loki, and some behind the scenes movie flame stuff. I also do similar content on TikTok and Twitter that I do here on this channel, so if you like what I do here, check them out. All the handles are right below me, and links are in the description. Over here are my wonderful patrons. If you want to be featured on the next video, plus get a few other perks, become a patron today. As always, if you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe, and look out for more great movie flame videos on the way.